Welcome friends. Today I discuss about mechanism of water absorption and its controlling factors. Water absorption mechanism is an interesting biological event. There are two main methods of water absorption by land plants. Firstly, active water absorption and secondly, passive water absorption. The term active and passive water absorption was proposed by Renner. Let us discuss about mechanism of water absorption. Firstly, active water absorption is discussed. Absorption of water by roots with the help of ATP is called active water absorption. According to Renner, active absorption takes place in low transpiring and well watered plants. About 4% of total water absorption is carried out by this process. The active water absorption is carried out by two theories. Firstly, active osmotic water absorption and secondly, active non-osmotic water absorption. Let us discuss about active osmotic water absorption. This theory was given by Atkins and Priestley. Here the root cells behave as an ideal osmotic pressure system through which water moves up from the soil solution to the root xylem along an increasing gradient of diffusion pressure deficit. If the solute concentration is high and water potential is low in the root cells, water can enter from soil to root cells through endoosmosis. The endoosmosis of water continues until the water potential both in the root and soil becomes equal. In case of active osmotic water absorption, mineral absorption utilizes metabolic energy, that means ATP. So the concentration of ions, that means osmotica, in the xylem vessels is more in comparison to the soil water. A concentration gradient is established between the root and the soil water. In this process, energy is not required directly, hence, the absorption of water is indirectly an active process in a plant's life. Let us discuss about active non-osmotic water absorption. This was proposed by Thiaman and Bennett and Clark. Here the water absorption occurs against the osmotic concentration by direct investment or expenditure of metabolic energy in the form of ATPs. Generally, this process is found in halophytes. Secondly, passive water absorption process is discussed. Here, roots remain as passive organ. About 96% of water is absorbed by passive method. Here, forces of water absorption originates in aerial parts like leaf by rapid transpiration. Due to rapid transpiration, diffusion pressure deficit of leaf cells result in suction force which suck the water from roots. Let us discuss about factors that control water absorption. External and internal factors are involved to control this process. The external factors are firstly, availability of soil water. Plant absorbs capillary water of soil. The rate of water absorption is proportional with the availability of capillary water in the soil. It decreases if the amount of soil water is below permanent wilting percentage. Secondly, concentration of soil solution. Water absorption only takes place in appropriate soil solution. The rate of water absorption is inversely proportional to the concentration of minerals present in soil. If the soil solution is highly concentrated, it will inhibit the water absorption. So, saline soil is physiologically dry. Halophytes can grow in this soil. The third factor is soil air. Water absorption takes place at a rapid rate in well aerated soil, that means oxygenated soil. In the soil, if all the air spaces are filled with water, the condition is called waterlogging of soil. This soil is physiologically dry and lack oxygen. Deficiency of oxygen in soil causes improper respiration in roots. Because of this, anaerobic respiration takes place in roots and alcohol is formed. Roots can degenerate due to formation of alcohol. The fourth external factor that controls water absorption is soil temperature. Water absorption takes place at soil temperature between 20 to 35 degrees centigrade. Increasing or decreasing soil temperature lowers down the rate of absorption of water. Cold soil is physiologically dry. An increase in soil temperature up to about 30 degrees centigrade favors water absorption. At higher temperature, water absorption is decreased, and in 0 degree centigrade it is almost checked. Soil temperature affects the following mechanism. Firstly, low temperature decreases the permeability of cell membrane. Secondly, it is essential for the activity of enzymes for the formation of root hairs. And thirdly, at low temperature, viscosity of capillary water is increased. Here are the internal factors that control water absorption. Firstly, osmotic potential of root hairs. Osmotic potential or solute potential of root hairs is the driving force for water movement from soil to the root hairs. The rate of water absorption increases with the increase in osmotic potential of the root hairs. Secondly, transpiration. High rate of transpiration increases the rate of water absorption as the low water potential value of the root system is continuously maintained by transpiration. According to Kramer, the rate of water absorption is directly proportional to the rate of transpiration. Here is a graph that represents water gain and loss in diurnal cycle. The third internal factor that controls water absorption is root pressure. In many plants, a hydrostatic pressure is developed in the root called root pressure that helps in transport of water from the outer surface of the root to the xylem vessels. So root hairs absorb water continuously. The fourth internal factor is root anatomy. The epidermal cell wall is slightly cutinized but permeable to water. Many epidermal cells develop root hairs that are efficient in water absorption. Presence of thick-walled cells in the cortex reduces water absorption. The endodermal cells contain Casparian strips which blocks the cell wall pathway. Passage cells that are located in the endodermis opposite to xylem vessels are poorly suberized and give little resistance to water flow.